All right, well, let's start with a little hip opener. And for friends at home, 2 blocks and a strap if you have them. If not, you can make do with a t-shirt instead of a strap or a dish towel. All right, so we're sitting with feet nice and wide as our mat, and lift your toes off the ground. This is kind of a variation of crow crawl, windshield wipering knees left and right. And begin to gently let those knees sway left and right. And if you want to begin to warm up the shoulders, you can sweep one arm, so as knees sweep to the right, left arm sweeps as they sweep left, right arm sweeps. And warming up upper back, shoulders, and hips, and giving even a little bit of a massage to the glutes as we roll left and right. Joey, can you bend those knees a little more? Yeah, just a little closer. All right, we're letting those knees sway left and right, inhaling to center, exhale to one side. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Let's do that again, 2 more times either side. Inhale to center, and exhale. Inhale to center. Inhale, center, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale. And next time these come up, let them fall over to the right. So now your left knee is behind your right foot. Yeah, and open that knee up if you need to. You can move that left knee back a bit if that makes it more accessible for you. And your right palm is flat on the mat. Your left hand is on your left hip. Roll that left hip back. So try to reach that left glute down to the mat. It's a nice kind of isolating stretch. The gluteus medius, a little bit of the hip flexors and the IT band. And then we're going to turn our shoulders, kind of looking. Yeah. It's a little bit of a twist. And then we'll plant both hands on the mat. Inhale, knees up to center. Exhale to the other side. And again, that back knee is in front of, behind the foot. Yeah, good. Right hand, right hip. Reach that right hip back. Right glute reaching down towards the ground. And then you kind of naturally begin to look to the right. And breathe in. Notice, do you feel the effects of this position anywhere else? Maybe the inner thigh on the left side. Maybe lower back. If lower back doesn't feel comfortable, if there's any compression or pinching, come out a little bit of that twist. Take another breath. And then hand lands on the mat. Inhale to center and find a comfortable seat. So I like to invite people to lift up off the mat, either onto a block or bolster or blanket. If you are in cross-legged pose, at the beginning of a practice, hips can be tight. So maybe it's comfortable for you to have blocks underneath thighs. And we'll sit with palms facing up. Back of the hands resting on thighs. And really focus on your posture. With a nice long spine, draw those hip bones, the abdominals towards center line. And then inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, roll shoulders back and down. Closing your eyes or taking a soft gaze at the floor in front of you. Begin to deepen your breath. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out through the nose. Slow, steady breath in through the nose. Slow, steady breath out. And again, slow, steady breath in through the nose. Now, you're going to change it up a little, breathing in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth with that ha, like a sigh, just making a sound. Inhale through the nose. Ha, kind of releasing anything that's kind of swirling inside that you don't need to hold on to. Breathing in. Exhale with a ha. And return to typical breath. Breath without effort. Letting go of thoughts as they float by. No need to control them. Just imagine them floating by. We'll do a little bit of box breath. So box breath, we'll inhale to the count of 4. Hold for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 4. Hold for the count of 4. So holding breath in, holding breath out at the top and bottom of each breath, each box, if you will. So I'll count us out, but let's first begin with a slow, steady breath in and out. So next breath in, exhale, and then we'll begin with an inhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, breathe out through the nose. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, breathing in. 2, 3, 4, hold the breath in. 2, 3, 4, out through the nose. 2, 3, 4, and hold the breath out. 2, 3, 4, inhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, inhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. One more round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And return to typical breath. Breath without effort. Noticing breath. Feeling the breath flow in through the nose. And the breath flow out. Breath is probably the most powerful tool for helping us calm the mind, not stop thoughts. So calm the mind. Imagine the mind is like a kite flitting about in the wind. The breath is the string, anchors. One more slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Nice, float open, taking in the room, the colors, the shapes. And we'll swing the feet around, coming into tabletop position. Have the blocks close by, we'll use them in a little bit. So starting out in tabletop position with hands underneath shoulders or just in front of the shoulders if that's a little too much for tender wrists. And we'll inhale, extend that right leg long, toes point. And then inhale, knee towards nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee towards nose, rounding the spine. Exhale, extend. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Inhale, knee to nose, extend, and we'll add hara breath. So inhale, knee to nose, exhale with a ha. So inhaling, ha, 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 ha. Two more. Ha, ha. And then bend that right knee, reach the heel over to the left, circle the ankle as we open through the front of the right hip. And then circle ankle in the other direction. Navel drawing the spine. And then lower that right knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, hips press towards heels, child's pose. Letting your head drop. You walk fingertips away if you want a deeper stretch through shoulders and upper arms, or maybe you've got those hands closer to you. Focusing on sending breath up and down the spine. Remember, you can rest forehead on mat or on a block. So kind of block if the forehead doesn't reach the mat, so you can really surrender the child. Take another breath here. And then inhale, lift up. Lift up through tabletop position again. We'll inhale, extend left leg long. Take a breath in. And out. And then inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend with a ha. 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 Two more. Ha. Ha. And bend that left knee. You reach your foot over to the right, opening to the left. Circle that left foot in one direction, warming up the ankle joint. And then the other direction. And left knee comes to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, press back. Hips towards heels. Forehead rests on the mat or a block. Breathing here. And then walk your fingertips over to the left. Gentle stretch through the right side of the body. Maybe those hips shift a little to the right. And then walk fingertips back to the center. And keep going. Over to the right with your fingertips. And again, hips can shift slightly to the left to deepen that side stretch. Breathe here. Walk your fingertips back to the center. Lift up through tabletop position again. Focusing on your tailbone. Do a little tilt and tuck of the tailbone, just to kind of tune in to the tailbone. Not so much a full cat and cow, just tuning into the pelvis and that tailbone. Come back through neutral spine and then leading the way with the tailbone, circle the tailbone back towards heels and around. So you don't go back all the way to the heels, but you're moving in that direction. Tailbone leading. One more circle in this direction, and then we'll reverse the circle. So now circling in the other direction, and maybe get a little closer to the heels if hips and knees are feeling warmed up, a little more amenable to that deeper movement. And two more circles in this direction. And then we come back through tabletop position. Inhale, tilt your tailbone to the top of the mat, it's abdomen is soft. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, pushing the heels of the hands, your head drops. Inhale, tilting tailbone, looking to top of the mat. Exhale, tuck it around. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time. Inhale, tilting tailbone. Exhale, tucking around, and as you draw that navel up to spine, pressing into the heels of the hand. And back through neutral spine. With the blocks at the top of the mat on either side. However you want to get that left foot forward, bring that left foot forward. Enough that when you sink into the hips, that left knee stays stacked over left ankle. Now, you can choose to do a lot of things with the blocks. You can bring them up to the highest height and move them in closer to one another and underneath your shoulders so that you can really sink down into your low lunge. So, Trish, bring the blocks in at the higher height. Yeah, in onto your mat. Closer together. Yeah, see if that helps you sink down. That right knee moving back to deepen into the stretch. So you've got to decide where you're at with your low lunge, but if you move that right knee back and really let those hips be heavy, that'll deepen the stretch. Another way to deepen into the hip flexors on that right side is to bring your left hand and right hand onto the left thigh and then sink down with a slight tuck of the tailbone. So you may be fine here. You may feel a lot of sensation. This is a good enough stretch for you, or hands on thigh, and again, letting hips be heavy. And if hands are on blocks, bring your hands up onto the thigh. And we're going to swing that right foot back so that right ankle lines up with right knee. We're going to come into a version, like a kneeling down version of warrior two. Yeah, so that right ankle, foot swing back, line up with the knee. And we keep a bend in that left knee. Yes. And then we're going to inhale, float our arms up to shoulder height. And then gaze over front middle fingers. Use your abdominal muscles to help you lift up out of hips. Keep a bend in that left knee, supported by ankle. So fingertips are in front of you, like your arm is floating above your left thigh. And you're able to gaze just past the front of the mat. Yes. And how's that back arm doing? Is it level with shoulders? Breathing here. And then we'll drop that left elbow onto thigh and reach that right arm up and over, just like we do when we're standing in warrior two. So left elbow on left thigh, right arm reaching up. You can always have your hand on shoulder if that's helpful. And then sweep that right arm up and back. Swing that right foot back. We come back through our low lunge. And then left foot comes back. We can do a little cat and cow right here with the hands on our blocks. So tilt the tailbone, tuck the tailbone, tilt the tailbone, tuck the tailbone. And then however you get that right foot forward, bringing that right foot forward again, forward enough that when you sink into left hip and thigh, your right knee stays over, right ankle. Position those blocks where they're most supportive, underneath shoulders, closer together than the edges of the mat. And then again, if you want a deeper stretch, the left hip flexors, move that left knee back a little bit. So you've got that left thigh at an angle. We're lifting up out of pelvis. Maybe hands are on thigh. And we're sinking down. It's a deeper experience of low lunge. Maybe that's not where your practice is today. Breathing here. The hands are still on blocks. Bring them up to that right thigh. And we lift up a little bit. And swing that left foot back. Line up with knee. And when we're in position, we inhale, float the arms up to shoulder height, gazing over front, middle. Maybe opening that right knee in the direction of pinky toe. Yes. Right elbow rests on right thigh. Let's bring the left hand to left shoulder and reach that shoulder, that elbow down towards the mat. Forward, up along the ear, and you may stay here or extend that left arm. Noticing where you feel that sensation. And that hand comes down, return, finding the blocks, lifting left foot, let it come back to that low lunge position. And then right foot comes to meet left. Blocks come to the side, palms find the mat. Inhale, tilting tailbone, looking to top of the mat. Exhale, tucking in. Inhale, tilting tailbone. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, tucking around and hold here with this rounding of the spine. Maybe a little shifting the weight of the body back and forth. And then curling toes under, either lifting up for downward facing dog or walking hands closer to you. Hips lift up. Find a bit of a forward fold, blanket coming to the other side, off the mat. And then we're going to walk hands in front of feet and cross one foot in front of the other. And then the other foot in front of that one. So we're crisscrossing, walking our way towards the top of the mat. And we'll meet there with feet hip distance apart, head and head. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Remember, we take a gentle bend in the knees to support the lower back. And we breathe. And inhale, trace a line up the front of the legs, pausing at the thighs. Press into the thighs as you lengthen. We're halfway up, lengthening the head away from tailbone. And pushing into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up, head is last to come up, hands float up, finding prayer position. And we pause. Feeling how it is to be vertical. Noticing our breath, tuning into the beating of our heart. Toes press down into the mat. ankles pressed down into the mat, helping us to root and ground. And then we'll do some more warming up above the body. So lifting one heel and letting it drop, other heel lifts and letting it drop. Feeling those calf muscles engage as you lift the heel and letting it drop. And you can stay here, alternating with these heel lifts, working with the calf muscles, or if you want to do a little work that supports bone growth, you're gonna lift both heels and just let the weight of the body drop. So there's a bit of an impact there on the heels. And all right, move to the right side of your feet, outer edges of the feet. And then roll to the left side, outer edges of the feet. Parts of our body that don't always get a lot of attention. So we're kind of massaging, rolling to one side, and then the other. So on one foot, it's the outer edge that gets a press. On the other, it's the inner edge. And over to the other side. And one more time again, left and right. And back through center. Good. Imagine you're kicking a soccer. So we're warming up the knees. And also doing a little balance work so that helps have your arms out in the shape of a T. Keep that navel engaged towards spine and maybe gaze at a spot on the floor. And other side. Kicking that soccer. Good. One more time. Both feet land. Hands on thighs, bend your knees. Very gentle, small circle of the knees in one direction. And then the other. All right, step the feet wide. Hands come up to the hips. Circling hips in one direction. So let's articulate the movement. Hips press forward, over to the left. They press back and to the right. So forward, left, back, and right. And then we smoothly move through the circle. The hips inhaling forward, exhale back and around. And next time, hips circle forward, reverse the direction. So hips are forward, to the right, back, to the left, forward, to the right, back, to the left, and then moving a bit more fluid. Circling around, inhaling forward, and exhale back and around. Two more circles. And back through center, feet hip distance apart. Sorry, wrong cue. Keep them a little wide. And we'll do the coat sleeve. So we're focusing on the torso moving. And the arms are loose. The arms are so loose, they just kind of flap, maybe give it a little tap to the hip bone, into the glute. And see if you can inhale as you twist left, exhale as you twist right. And slowing down. Torso slows down, the arms are still loose. Bring them back to center. Now we bring that one foot closer to the other. So a version of half moon, eventually we'll have the option of coming to half moon, holding onto one wrist and reaching up and over. But for now, we're just going to warm up the side body and get a little stretch through the neck as well. So inhale, lift the heart. Hands can be on hips. Exhale, hips press to the right as left ear dips to the left. Dipping towards left shoulder. And the side of the neck reaches up to the sky. So right side of your neck reaching up to the sky to deepen that stretch. Slight tuck of the tailbone if you notice any discomfort in the lower back. And inhale back up to center. Exhale. Inhale, lift to the heart. Exhale, hips press left, right ear dips towards right shoulder. Again, slight tuck of the tailbone if the lower back feels discomfort. And we imagine reaching side of the neck up to the ceiling, left side of the neck reaching up. And in, back, up to center. Roll those shoulders up and down. Inhale, shoulders roll forward and up. Exhale as they roll back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. One more time. And now we'll alternate. One shoulder rolls up, back and down, and the other. Adding on the elbow. So elbow draws up, back and down, and then the other up, back and down. And adding wrists. So now the arm flows up and back, and you have the option of following wrist with your eyes, bringing movement to the neck. Inhale up. Exhale back. Doing a back stroke. One more time, either side. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. And pause, finding your mountain pose with shoulders rolled back, palm facing forward. Drawing knees up to hips, engaging quadriceps. Softening your gaze as you stare straight ahead with a soft gaze. Softening jaw. Softening forehead. Stepping one foot out to the side for a nice wide stance. Inhale, arms open wide, reaching back. Exhale, cross, one on top of the other. Inhale, open, exhale, stacking, one on top of the other. Inhale, open, stacking, giving yourself a hug, walking fingertips towards shoulder blades, breathing here. And then inhale, elbows float up, arms open up and swoop down. So see if you can remember what elbow was on top. Inhale, open, other elbow stacks on top as we give ourselves a hug, walking fingertips towards shoulder blades. So imagine breathing into that space between shoulder blades. 3 slow, steady breaths here. And then inhale, elbows float up, arms open, and sweep down. Inhale, open up, moving into eagle arms. So right elbow stacks on top of left. We bend at the elbows, back of the hands touch. Now, if this is not accessible for you, hands can be on shoulders. Otherwise, we've got back and hands touching, and then the final option here. So right elbows stacked on top of left, back of hands touch. And then final option, reach that right hand forward. Come back with left fingertips on the right palm. So here is very acceptable, offering a nice opening for upper back. We'll inhale those elbows up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And then inhale up, reach the elbows away from you as you bend your knees. And come to a forward fold with eagle arm. So fingertips eventually pointing down towards the floor. Our knees are bent. Head is heavy, breathing here. Maybe that middle right finger even touches the mat. One more breath here. And then pushing into your feet. Come on up with your eagle arms. And then we'll uncross, spread the wings. And then we land. Inhale, arms float up, reaching back. This time left hip stacks on top of right. We bend the elbows, back of the hands touch. Remember the options are hands on shoulders, staying here, back of the hands touch, or reach that left hand forward, fingertips find left palm. We're gazing past the palms, past the hands. Inhale up, exhale down. Notice, does this feel any different when you have the other elbow? Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, reach elbows away from yours. You're going to bend your knees, coming to a forward fold. Eagle arms, head heavy, and again, maybe that left middle finger touching the mat. Inhale, fold, fold, breathing in. And then pushing into your feet. Inhale, lifting up with eagle arms intact. Slowly, slowly, head is last to come up. And then we inhale. Exhale, spread those wings. And off. And stepping feet close together. Do some work with the neck. So inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, let your left ear dip towards left shoulder. Again, reaching that right side of the neck up towards the ceiling. So you may be good here if you want to deepen into that stretch. Inhale, left arm up. Bend at the elbow, hand rests on the side of the head, close to the ear. And we're just letting the weight of the hand, the arm deepen into that stretch. We're not pulling the head. Final option is making a gentle fist with the right hand. Inhale, knuckles reach down to the ground. Exhale, open up the release. Inhale, knuckles reach down to the ground. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more times. And then helping head back up to center. Tuck the chin, do a little sweep of the chin left and right. And next time chin comes towards center. Inhale, lift up. And inhale, lift to the heart. Exhale, letting right ear dip towards right shoulder. Move that chin in any direction that helps you settle in. to a comfortable, safe stretch from the side of the neck. And begin to breathe deeply, reaching left side of the neck up towards the ceiling. And again, stay here, or inhale, right arm reaches up, bending at the elbow, hand rests on the side of the head. And again, stay here, or gentle fist with the left hand. Inhale, knuckles reach down. Exhale, release. Inhale, knuckles reach down. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Last. And helping your head back up to center, gentle with the neck, tucking chin, gentle sweep, left and right. Eventually lifting the chin so that you're looking left and looking right. Inhaling left, exhale. Back to center, hands float up to shoulders. Now we're going to turn again left and right. Rotate the spine. Inhaling left, exhaling right, and slowing back, coming back to center. Coming to the top of your mat. Again, feet hip distance apart, hands start out on hips. Take a big step back with that right foot towards the right edge of the mat, and the heel comes onto the mat. So warrior one, we've got a little angle on that right foot. It's not in the center of the mat, it's to the right side of our mat for warrior one. Bending left knee. If you need to move that left foot forward so that knee's directly over ankle, make any adjustments that you need. Hips are pointing forward. We're in that general direction. Keep your hands on hips, or hands can float up to shoulders, and we'll circle elbows up, back, and around. And if you want, you can also extend your arms and circle arms up, back, and around. So see where your practice is at today. Inhaling up, exhale back, around. And then we inhale up and pause with arms wide. Shoulders drop away from ears. If it doesn't work to extend your arms, you can have cactus arms. Otherwise, we've got the arms in the shape of a V. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Keeping the bend in that left knee. Pressing into the outer edge of the back foot. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Arms come down, bring that right foot to the center of the mat. And we'll find our warrior two stance. So now right foot is in the center of the mat versus on the right edge. We bend that left knee again, checking out our alignment. So maybe take a little wider stance. Yeah. And then we inhale up to shoulder height. Gazing over front middle finger, that left knee is supported by ankle. Left knee opening towards left pinky toe. Turn those pinkies back just a little bit. Opening through chest and collarbones and keeping a little tuck in the tail. And float those hands down. We'll reverse our warrior two. So toes point along into the mat. And then right toes turn towards the back of the mat. Yeah. We bend that right knee, checking out our alignment. And if knee is directly over ankle, we hold here and inhale, arms split up to shoulder height, warrior two. Palms face down, back arm level with shoulders. Slight tuck of the tailbone as we gently draw those pinkies back. Gazing over front knee. One more breath in. And then we'll hop that back foot forward. So now you're looking toward the wall. Put hands on hips. Yeah, so this is, so you can turn, but if you want to work with just the verbal cues and imagining, stay facing the wall. So it's really your call. But you do want to be either facing the back of the mat or the front of the mat versus the side of the mat. Yes. You're going to come into warrior one on the other side. So big step back with the left foot to the left edge of the mat. Right knee's bent. And we pay attention to that right knee as part of setting up the foundation of our posture. It's directly over ankle and then opening up a little bit to the right, towards that right knee. Yes, nice. Warrior one stance. Inhale, hands come up to shoulders. Take some circles up, back, and back. So circling up, back. And hands can stay on shoulders or arms, extend. Inhale, circling up, exhale back. And then inhale up in the shape of a V. Or cactus arms, if that's more accessible for your shoulders. But arms in the shape of the V, we inhale. Exhale, drop those shoulders away from the ears. Yes. Spreading fingers wide. Keeping a bend in that right knee. Reaching towards right pinky toe. And pushing off back foot. Left foot meets right. Hands come to prayer. And finding your strap. We'll do a little work with Yoga Mudra. So if shoulders are tender, or if there's restricted motion in one shoulder, you're going to have a nice wide hold on the strap versus a narrow. We start out with feet nice and wide as your mat, toes pointing forward. Good. We're holding the strap behind us, palms face away. So palms face away from us. Yeah, we're holding the strap back here behind us. Imagine inhaling to the center of your chest. Exhale, broaden from there through collarbone, shoulders rolling back. Keep that nice opening through chest and collarbone as you inhale. Lift through the heart. Exhale, heart leads the way. Slide one hand away from the other. Keep those arms extended as the strap hovers maybe a little closer to your head with each exhalation, or staying just where you are. You decide how wide those hands are on the strap. Feeling into upper back and shoulders. And breathe. Breathe. Another breath here, slow and steady, in and out. And then pushing into the feet, we keep the arms extended as we lift up nice and slow. Out of that forward fold, arms are still extended. Release one side of the strap. Feel those arms just kind of float. Life force, prana, going through the arms. Bench. You come down the side. All right. Keeping those feet nice and wide. Strap comes to the side. Move your blanket in front. So just beyond the top of the mat. Yeah. And open it up a little wider to this. Yes, because our hands are going to come onto it for a wide legged bend up. And you don't have to have a blanket in front of you, but some people aren't so comfortable with this particular carpet, and I understand why. Inhale, arms out in front of you. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach your fingertips away as heart begins to reach, and we find a forward fold. So we're starting out in a wide-legged fold. Fingertips are on the mat, or maybe you find your block and fingertips rest on the block. Head is heavy. Breathe in your wide-legged forward fold. 3 slow, steady breaths. And then walk hands out in front of you, onto your blanket, palms face down, hips shift back. Wide-legged down dog, really focusing on those hips shifting back. Imagine sending breath up and down the spine. One more press into the heel of the hands as hips shift back, getting more length in the spine. And then slowly, mindfully, one knee bends and it lowers onto the mat. Other knee bends and it lowers onto the mat. So knees are wide. And then line up, look to the right, line that right ankle up with the right knee. Look to the left. Line that left ankle up. So we're setting up for frog pose. Toes are out to the side. So imagine a frog's foot and the way those toes are out to the side. Yes. And we're going to lower onto our elbows. Now, if that's too much, you can lower onto a block. If it's too much to come to the floor, lower onto a block. Otherwise, we're lowering onto our blanket, onto the forearms, hands are clasped, and we take a gentle pulse back. So nice, deep hip. Yes. Gentle pulse of the hips back. Knees can come closer if this is too deep an opening for you. Move one knee a little closer to the other, keeping that alignment of ankles and knees. And next time you pulse back, pause and breathe. And lift your head, come up onto your palms, knees come closer together, we'll swing the feet around, come onto our backs. Hugging knees to chest. Gentle rocks. And finishing up our practice, we got the straps, so let's use them. Feet flat on your mat, find your strap, please. And Wrapping strap around the base of the right toes, remembering we want the strap at the base of the toes, not the arch of the foot. Let the strap be loose and let your shoulders and elbows rest on the mat close to you, holding on towards the end of your strap. I like to crisscross, so one strap crosses over onto the other, in front of the other, and then I hold on to my strap and take a breath in. Exhale, drawing those toes closer to right shoulder. Inhale, release. Exhale, deepen into that stretch to the back. Inhale, release. Exhale, drawing those toes a little closer. Now you can hold this stretch and breathe in and out. Or you can move in and out of the stretch with your breath. And then final option is extend that left leg long. Notice some shaking of the leg. It's just a release of energy, a release of tightness. Another breath here. And then extend your left leg up into the air, switch places. So now the strap is around the base of your left toes, right foot on the mat. Shoulders, elbows resting on the mat, close to the body with the elbows. Left leg is extended up. Strap around the base of the toes and we breathe in. Exhale, draw toes a little closer to shoulder. Inhale, release. Exhale, draw those toes a little closer. Moving in and out. We're holding the stretch. Right foot stays on the mat or slide the foot away, leg extends long. Breathe. Another breath into the back of the left leg. And then left foot meets right, and we find our Shavasana, relaxation pose. Modifying it in any way if you need to, maybe your goals for blanket on your knees, maybe feet wide, the knees touch. If it doesn't work to have legs. Settling down, letting go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale with a ha. Deep breath in. Ha. And again, deep breath in. And to deepen your breath. Gently rolling head left and right. Staying where you are, particularly if you're at home. If you don't need to go anywhere, you can stay where you are. If you want to rest here in Shavasana a little long. Otherwise, hands float up in front of the chest, Anjali, prayer position. Thumbs press to breast, the sternum. Honoring the light within, honoring the wisdom of the heart. May our words, thoughts, and actions be guided by it. Taking your time. When you're ready, roll to one side. Thank you for joining us today. Gentle yoga.